Yo, what's up, everyone? So, my name is Shwet, and it is day one of starting a company, right? The thing is, I don't know how people log and shit, so I'm just doing what I should do. I hope it's not weird. But okay, what is the idea which I'm trying to solve? So, I actually just went to Y Combinator Startup Request and pick one idea. It was actually a very genuine problem because I have solved it for my personal level, but not for team level. So the idea basically is trying to have a uniform, universal brain where every information goes to that certain brain and you can easily access that information through different kinds of agents and all. And I want the agent, all of this to be very seamless so that all this team does it like it's a back on their mind and how they do it. The idea is 1 day old, so I'll just show you what I've done. All right, so this is the landing page. I made this website in like 10 minutes. It's how, it's a simple landing page with my Cal. So, anybody can book a meeting with it. So now what is the idea is this is the main thing. Now I'll try to show you the demo looks very ugly. 1 second. So I put that, I usually write a blog it's a newsletter. So I put that in 1 second. Yeah. Okay, so it's a very ugly and all like this. All the information will come here, like all of this, it will come here, and it's very nice. It's like they for different people, it's different and all of that. So today I did all this and this. Now what I want to do is I don't know who will use this. There's a lot of use cases for it, salespeople, customer support, and all of that. I actually don't know who will use it. So now from tomorrow, our plan is it's a very good it's by Tanay, who is the Whisper Flow's CEO. So I'm going to use his automation slash connection discovery outreach machine and try to get more people on my, so that I can talk more about this. Now, I won't actually be like, I won't sell this, but I want to talk and see how the idea is, how if I tweak some variables, tweak different use cases for this idea, how will they react and all. So what I'm thinking is I'll just see this, then send messages on my LinkedIn a lot because my LinkedIn is kind of good. So yeah, that's all. And then I made one BRD also. I mean, Claude made that BRD. Yeah, it's just what it says, what I did right now. But yeah, so pretty cool. From tomorrow, I will be working on more of this stuff. But yeah, pretty cool. All right, so it's day two of starting our own company from scratch, and today was very weird day. So first of all, I actually went ahead and started talking to a lot of my friends to get some connection, and very well, I got some crazy people. So first of all was Palak. She told me that she can actually get meetings from companies like Zepto, which is crazy. But let's see how can she help and all. Apart from that, Indar Bhaiya, he's one of my seniors in college and he's a very nice guy. He made me come with this guy. He is actually starting his own company. So I was actually on a call with him. And so yeah, I did my first ever call today. All right, so it's day three of starting a company from scratch. Let's go. So, guys, today very crazy shit happened. First of all, I actually went and talked, had a very good call. But before that, so what happened is I realized that I have a lot of groups I'm part of. I can use these groups to actually go and talk to people. So I just sent out this poll and I reached out to all the founders. I realized that it's a builder group, so there won't be any corporate engineers or corporate people. That was sad, but we found a lot of founders. These founders were very crazy, and they were doing a lot of cool work. Yeah, because of that, I have booked 2 meetings. So this is one meeting with a guy who is building very good glasses and has a very big team. So I can actually get a lot of good insights from him. And then we have another person who's from Adobe, and she would be telling me a lot about things in Adobe. So that's also really fun. Apart from that, we have very cool people hanging out. She telling me about one of the very cool startup which she found and is very similar to our idea. And so I was actually very confused and oh shit, what will happen? So first of all, he's actually going and seeing all the features here. And up till what we have found up until now is that this is only it's not scraping and making a Wikipedia. It's just going to these softwares and just searching it out. So technically our software should be better, but we have to see how these people work and all. There can be a very big competitor or they can be very good lead. We don't know. Apart from that, I went ahead and talked to another very good person, which was this. Shout out to Anmol Bhaiya. He is a very sweet person. I really had a fun talking to him. While talking to him, I realized a lot of things, and he was a very, very humble guy. He had a call in 30 minutes from his office, and he came right now. So that was really fun. So in this, we actually mentioned about a lot of things. I made a whole list of questions. I asked him, and he was very truthfully answered all of those questions. And I met so much information from this that it's gold mine. So that was a whole day. It's day 4 and 5 of studying a company from scratch. I forgot to do day 4 yesterday because I was just too tired. So a lot of things have been going on, and I did not expect that I would be talking to so many people. But matter of the fact, I am. And so first of all, I have a lot of things going on. I have a lot of talks. I have talked to like 5 people over these 3 days, and all the calls have been very insightful some way or another. And we have another team member, which I'll show, has done some crazy work again. So I'll do that again. So this is for one of the team. There's some company known as Tricker. One second. And their site got updated, by the way. And these people were really happy to have my product inside their glasses. Now I didn't know that if I should do that or not, but it was a nice feedback or a nice validation I got from them that maybe my idea will work, right? So I just made a new page which shows how the idea works. This is just for my team to just see again and try to know the idea. Plus these people wanted to know about this idea more, so I just made a little bit made from Claude very fast and it's a little bit more detailed how we are doing things, but not as much detailed, so these people can copy us maybe. Apart from that, if I show a team, we have actually apart from that, I am actually really tired. What I was doing or what I am doing these days is just talking to people, and these calls are nice. These calls make me realize that company brain is not important. What important is how we solve the problem. So even if this idea fails, I know those problems still exist, and I'll try my best to solve them the way I can. So that's all I can do. Uh, but I've been working a lot, and it's been a little tiring, but it's very fun. It's really fun to do all this. So let's see what we do tomorrow. Bye bye. All right, it's day 6 of starting our own company from the scratch. So today we have a lot of good insights. First of all, we have a lot of new talks we have been doing. We got a lot of insights. We are talking to a lot of salespeople now. We are talking to a lot of people who are not just developers and all of that. I got a lot of great advices, a lot of little things from people, and now doing all of that is really easy. So first thing which was really easy for me is actually going just trying to set up calls. So if I show you one thing, and just hey, happy to connect, and how I am doing, and with just one within like 2 minutes, this guy agreed to just come on a call with me, and that's awesome. That's what I've been learning, how you can get people on call, how do you be less salesy and more curious about their work, and it's honestly awesome. So what we are doing is, first of all, we actually got a first, not client, but if we remember, we actually made a video for Intern Loom like on the first or second day of this video, and those people actually came back to me and were like, they were really happy with the whole thing. They had few questions they asked me, and they were like, they like to do it for a month. They like to have this product, have company brain for a month. And I was like very happy that wow, but we are far from anything. So we told them, maybe in a month or so, once we have a product, we'll come back to them. We'll show a 1 month. I'll try to do it very cheaply for them because they are like, they gave me very much boost, right? Apart from that, we are trying to do a lot of LinkedIn outreach now, just not just trying to get a lot of salespeople, agency people, so that we can have more insights about them. And hello, it is day 7 of starting your own company, and today we have a lot of things to talk about because how excited I was like just seconds ago. The whole day has changed a lot of things about that. So we're here to talk about that. First of all, I realized that people don't really want a company or something to just have a normal search over their whole database, right? They just don't want a knowledge just where they can just search. There's nothing else they can do. And I realized that very late. I realized that actually not that late. It's after a week, and that's because I was reading all the insights, all the calls we have done. We have done over 10 calls, and this yesterday I was just reading all of those, trying to find anything, any common pattern, and I found that first of all, the problem of people find losing their information is frequent, but it's not that frequent that they will pay for it. It's not that frequent that it is such a dying problem for these people that if they die, uh, they want this problem to solve. If not, then they'll die. They don't have that, right? By the way, this is my Substack. The link should be around the description or somewhere. Just check it out. Oh shit, my laptop just got closed. Anyways, so I realized that we should change the idea. We should go with something that will provide automations, because I have been reading a lot about cloud code and how we are in era of automations, looping, and all of that. And these companies, and especially Indian companies, have zero clue about all this. So actually, I believe that we can build faster uh, and most reliable, faster things with agents, and that's for teams, Indian teams. And these teams, after I was realizing these calls, I realized that this is not for sales. I realized that salespeople or customer support people, it will take me months to make them realize. I realize it will take me months to talk to these people in sales and customer support because they don't know how to handle computer. And to them, telling AI is like giving calculus to people who doesn't even know how basic numbers work. Right? So I realized that this is actually a very bad move. I should probably just go to AI native companies because these are very easy to work with. They are making things with AI, and looping these things will be very easy for these people. And our calls made the same tracks, so we were like very happy that we got some insights out of that, right? But the whole week, or I should say this whole day was kind of trash because I started questioning myself. I started questioning that what even is the point of all of this. I started questioning my intuition that maybe I'm just wrong. Maybe all of this doesn't matter. I should just go and just have fun and then come back, build some crazy tools, and it'd be fun. But that's not the case. I realized the fun which I had a building of a week ago is not here, and that's not because uh, things have gone weird, or it is a little bit weird, but like I'm just down. It was just a down day, honestly, and yeah, I just felt kind of pointless, kind of meh. But after that, I started thinking that people like Farza, how the whole week, in fact, I was thinking that how Farza, my idol, I really like him. We'll think about this week. We'll think about how you know such small problems, how he would be taking decisions for these. And I think he also faces, he makes these vlogs every night in a garden, and I was reading those, sorry, listening those, of course. I realized that it's with him, it's actually much more worse. He used to feel down for months, weeks, right? And the best you can do is just take a week back, have a little chill pill, come back again, right? But honestly, and I am reading a lot of Paul Graham as well. I'm learning a lot about things. I'm thinking about my mistakes I've done this week because, of course, even though it's just been a week, I have made a lot of decisions, and a lot of these decisions would be mistakes. So I was just thinking about that, what these mistakes would be, how I can clarify them, right? So I once I had this idea, I told that to my teammate. I told that I realized that there's already a competitor out there. So basically, this company brain idea, is basically from YC's request for startups. I took that idea in because I thought it would be very. I just wanted to start somewhere, and this idea would be specific there. And from there, we can just travel through things, travel through ideas, and get to know something crazy, right? But the matter of fact is, I saw this company was Savant who was actually doing the same thing as what I thought now about making AI agents and making all of this what I thought for AI native companies. And I was then down. I was like, shit. There's nothing which is something X factor which I can provide, and these big companies can't. So there's no point of having me in the picture. There's no point of this. I am pointless, right? But the fact is that no, I realized, all the companies which will be a few initial customers, they will have the advantage of us going to them. They will have advantage of us making mistakes and us making their product 100 times more faster and better. So even if we can do that for a single team, it would be awesome, right? And because of that, uh, I realized that Savant, I don't know what the name is. I'm sorry, I'm very bad with names. They actually are providing that for enterprises. We are not that big that we can provide for enterprise yet. So we have a lot of long scale between this Indian startup culture, with teams which are very small can't afford to have tools like this, and it is a very evolving space. I only found one more competitor, so we can actually do some crazy shit in here, right? But again, it is what it is, bro. We can't change the fact, right? So what is the future game plan? What do you think I should do in the future? I thought over it, and me and one more person, us both, we're gonna just focus on next week to just have one customer. Our whole next week would be just to onboard that one customer, which will be serving as a basic first user. This first user would be very special to us because I want to make their team better as best. And first hour, and making this be for best would be for free. I won't be charging any money, because what I want out of him is to basically make his life easy, have a validation that if I work for him for automations, make these AI agents, will it actually make the team better? And if it does make the team better, they will love our product and they will come back to us again. Because if they don't, then it means that idea is not that worth pain solving for these people. I don't know what the future will be like, but and it's my first time I'm starting something. Honestly, not my first time starting something, but my first time. I want to be very adamant. I want to be delusional that anything will work. I realized I have a lot of time. Right now, time. Let's talk about a very fun thing. I really am motivated this YC and all of that. They say ship fast, right? And when hear ship fast, I hear they say ship, like, don't give a shit and just ship anything, ship any fucking thing. It's the wrong thing. They say don't ship anything, just ship things which is, how should I say it, your thing should not be perfect, but it should be very good to solve a use case for a people. There's no point of shipping something very in a hurry or in an anxious way, that you just want the idea to go out and just talk to people, because that way it's just a hurry decision. It's a decision taken by your anxious anxiety, right? So what is the point of it? Shipping fast basically means your decisions, the decisions you are taking, should be fast, and this should be thorough, and you should be always on point. And when I say on point, you can make mistakes. That's the whole point. You can make mistakes, but you have to recover from it early. That's also when you ship fast, right? A very big learning for me, but honestly, yeah, honestly, very good. So this whole next week, we realized that it's fine. I can send 1,000 people messages. I can do all the grunt work. I don't like it, of course. Who will like just sending messages? I really love talking to people. I really love coding, but I have swore to myself that I won't code a single line, or maybe single 2-3 lines, until I have a validated product. Because I will have a validated product, and I will have, if I don't have a validated product and if I just do code, it's pointless. The whole point of code is in void, right? So that's my future plan. And for the next week, we're gonna have one user. I hope that works. Another very good thing which I was reading about in Paul Graham's essays was about growth rate. So you basically how like Paul Graham judge people or companies or startups is basically having a growth rate weekly. So they see weekly how much they are growing and how much percentage of that growth is positive. Even it can be 0.1, it can be 100, it can be 200. And how we see this growth is dependent, and it varies startup to startup. For us right now, our growth rate will be defined on either number of users or number of automations we have made, right? And up until now, those automation and users are zero. So we have a total growth rate of 0%. It sounds very bad, but we have only had 1 week, so our data point is only 1 week. I hope next week we will have like a lot of good insights. I hope we will have a user. If not, then we'll change again. We have a lot of free time. I have time, right? There's nothing wrong with having experiments, learning from it, and trying again, right? So my mistake was actually shipping idea in a hurry, right? Okay, let's talk about what was my mistake this week, because even it's been a week, we make mistakes. I made a lot of decisions and mistakes were made. One of the mistakes I did was actually how fast I went with decisions, how fast and hurry and anxiety I did, right? So I think next week I will take decisions very quickly, but it should be based on mine, and it should be on the fact that this idea will be stolen, and this idea will be used by a lot of people, but they will still use mine because it's the best, and it's the best user experience I'll ever get, right? I hope that's the case, because I don't know how the coming weeks will be, but I know that much, that we would be in this space. We would be in the space of, having this brain and all of that, because I have picked it, and I will be doing it, right? So I have time. Everybody has time. Like it's not like I have a startup which will die in next 3 months because we don't have a runway. I am a free man. I can do whatever right now, right? So because of that, um, every week we're gonna come like this. I'm gonna come on a call like this, and I hope every week. You don't know with me, I can do whatever, but hopefully every week I'll come here. I'll talk to you about what mistakes I made, what changes we did, and how I'm iterating on users, and users, mistakes I made, and all of that, and moving on. I hope I do that, and yeah, do check out my Substack if you want to, and yeah, thank you. Bye bye.